I'm back. I just finished uploading the Ariel's Secret Garden haul that I did. And that's for all the, you can barely see over here, the soaps that I had gotten from KCherie and Ariel. And so now, I'm working on hot chocolate now. I've had enough coffee. This is my Chanel number 5 loaf. And what I did, the base of it is just a natural color. And I think I added a little bit, I think, of the titanium dioxide, so to keep it a little bit lighter. But the base part will turn, I think, kind of a taupe-ish color, because that fragrance oil, I think, has vanilla in it. So anyway, and then the topping is pink, and I just spoon that on, and then I sprinkle some glitter and also some of the dried rose petals on there. And I saw where KCherie has done that before, and so has Karen at Eden's Secret. And to me, that just looks, it's just such a pretty look. It's just such a feminine look with the rose petals on there. I just think that's so pretty. So so both of them were my inspiration for decorating this soap. So anyway, now I'm going to actually have the marks made on the soap, so I know where to cut it, and I haven't cut soap like this in a long time. So hopefully I'll be able to do it straight. God, this smells so good. This is such a really pretty smell. Get a little better idea there of what the inside looks like with the topping, and I'm sure that this will turn a little bit darker. So after it's opened up, I've actually pulled some of the rose petals down with the cutter. I had seen the soap that Karen had made once, and she actually put the rose petals inside the soap, and they turned a little dark, almost like a dark red or burgundy. It was different. It was pretty. I might try that in a soap later. Isn't it pretty? It's just a real pretty soft color, real feminine soap. But then that's kind of what the fragrance is to me. It's the Chanel number 5 is a pretty fragrance. It's a real delicate feminine fragrance. So I kind of try to design the soap based on the fragrance and what it makes me feel like. So, isn't that pretty? This is one of my most favorite fragrances, is the Chanel number 5. I know it's been around for years, but it's kind of like, to me, it's like the Oscar de la Renta. It's just one of those fragrances that just never goes out of style. It's just classic. So, and I would just love to be able to find a place that would have the dupe for the Oscar. That would just be so cool. I don't think I've ever seen that dupe available anywhere. But that would be really cool. That would be a neat soap to make. Let's actually pull some of the rose petals down when I cut it. And this last cut's going to leave me with one bar plus a little piece. So I'll use that for some samples. There you go. Let's see, the next soap that I'm going to do, that I'm going to cut, is actually one of the mini loaves that I made. It's the raspberry. I think it's raspberry and lick me all over. And that's the way the little mini loaf turned out. And on the inside, there should be a green and pink swirl. So I think that's going to be cute. I have two more of these, but I wanted to cut one of them just to see what it looks like inside. See. Just don't know what spacing to use. Maybe half of an inch. To make smaller bars. We'll see how that does. If it's too small, then I'll just do every other one, but I space this one a ½ inch apart. I usually space all my bars, make those 1 inch thick, so we'll see what a ½ inch looks like on this mini loaf. Here's the first little cut. The lighting's not quite right there. That's better. Now you can see a little better. These are going to be kind of like little guest soaps. It looks like that'd be a nice little size. Now on the top of the soap loaf, I have an embed. It's the raspberry. Isn't that pretty? That's pretty. This smells really good. The embed on the top is just the raspberry fragrance. And then for the loaf part, I used, I can't remember what the ratio was, but it was a higher proportion of Lick Me All Over and then a little bit of the raspberry. I didn't want it to be overly scented with raspberry. The raspberry, I've used it before, and when you just use that straight in a loaf of soap, it's almost overpowering. So the Lick Me All Over is just a little, kind of mellows out the smell just a little bit. It makes it not quite so overpowering. This one's got a little more drying time. This loaf does. It's a little sticky on the inside. That really turned out nice. Oops. I think I like the size here of the little smaller bars cut from this little loaf. Almost like a little personal size soap bar. Just a little bit. Oops, and that fell off. All cut. It's going to need to dry a little. This is still a little bit soft. And the next loaf is just a little pink and purple. I think that's also Lick Me All Over in this one. Yes. With the little star embeds, and I put a little bit of the glitter on top. this one I tried to do like a pink. So a little pink and a light purple swirl. So it's a natural color inside, then with the pink and the purple, and then the embed on the top is a star, a black star. I've adjusted my recipe just a little bit. My soaps are very creamy, very bubbly. Show that very well. Which I do like that a lot. The only soaps I like to use that are real heavy on the moisturizing are those that I use like for my face area. So I like real, you know, soapy soaps, real bubbly, real creamy, lots of lather. So, but those can have a tendency to be a little drying on the skin. So I actually adjusted my recipe just a little bit and increased the super fat percentage with a lye calculator, and my soaps are a little softer, but some that I've made, I've just playing with it a little bit. I've tested some soaps that are about 2 weeks old, and they seem to be much, even though they're still real bubbly and they still have a lot of lather, they're a bit more moisturizing than my older recipe, so I like that. So they're not as drying, and that'll be good for the winter, because my skin always gets so dry in the winter time, it seems like. And something else that I've noticed is since I've increased the super fat percent with the lye calculator and increased that a little bit, I'm not having as much trouble with the ash. Before I was having a lot of trouble with ash on top of my soaps, and which, I mean, on some soaps it really looked pretty cool to have the ash. You just kind of added a little bit of character to the soap, but not all the time I wanted ash on my soap. So, and that's like the little white powdery look that you get on the top. So, but I've noticed that since I increased the super fat percent, I'm not having the trouble with the ash so far. So, okay, that's them. Thank y'all, and I will probably do some soaping tonight, and I'll upload some more videos then. So for now, y'all have a very nice Tuesday.